called Outside the Box. So I have a marketing company, and I work with everything from politicians to beauticians and everything in between. And basically my background is psychology and marketing, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that and how I got into it. But I help people come up with clear content that actually helps them attract ideal clients and helps them make more money. So this is where I am from. This is where you need to go next time you're in Ireland. It's never usually this sunny, but these are the good pictures. But it is this beautiful.
I didn't know the sun shone.
You what?
Never saw the sun.
I'd say you didn't. The odd day it does when we're lucky. But that's where I base my business from. So a real rural place in Ireland. There's sheep on the road, all that good stuff. But I'm able to work with clients all over the world. So it started when I was about 18. I read a book on the psychology of shopping. So does anybody know why you put the milk and the bread at the back of the store?
You're gonna go back there to get it.
Yeah, and you go through everything else. They play slow music, so you walk slowly through. They put the items they want you to buy at eye level. I just thought it was super interesting. So I went and did my degree in psychology and did a lot of other things. I feel like I had a quarter life crisis, and I went and did acting for a year, and I travelled the world and lived in Australia. And when I came back, I knew this is what I wanted to do, and this is what I wanted to do by myself, on my own, and own my own business. So I worked in my local chamber of commerce, and at night time I did my PR and marketing, and I left that on a Friday and started my business on a Monday, and that was 6 years ago on the 11th of February actually, because I was always like this little kid here. So I always knew I wanted out, I always knew I wanted to start my own thing, but most importantly I wanted to work with people who I wanted to work with, people who wanted to think outside the box, who wanted to do it differently. Because the thing I see with most businesses is they do the same marketing, the same boring stuff that doesn't really stand out. And I want to work with people who wanted to stand out. And I'm going to stop this because it's overtaken. So that's what I do, and I'm just going to go over a couple of points about things I do that hopefully will help you guys here today. So first of all, this is always my first quote, so be yourself because everyone else is taken. There's something unique and amazing about every single one of us. Even if you're a twin, there's something unique and amazing. And when you start to use that in your marketing, that's when you can really stand out. So things like telling your story, really who you are. Like for instance, the front of my business card, and it's a photo of me, because people will connect with me. So many times I see people's websites where the about section is the same as any other financial advisor's about section or any other person of the same business. They're not using their story, what makes them different, why they do what they do. Because people buy you and they buy your why, not what you do. So if you know that I'm super excited about marketing, that I really love it, and this is why, and since I was 18 this is what I do, or if I sat there and said, in 2004 I did a degree in psychology, then I did a postgrad in public relations and marketing, you don't care. For instance, okay, I always say this one in Ireland, so you might actually have the answer to it, but who was the 22nd president of the United States?
Cleveland.
Is that right?
Yeah, he was the
22nd. Damn it. Usually people don't know that. What is
you can double check.
That's impressive, by the way.
Yeah. What did Cinderella lose on the stairs?
Say that again.
What did Cinderella lose on the stairs? Her slipper. People usually don't remember facts, they remember stories. So when we can tell our story and our uniqueness, what makes us different, that's where you can really stand out. And your competitor never has the same story as you. And sometimes we forget that people in this world of connection and online stuff and everything's at a tick without talking to anybody, people want that connection. They want you, and they want to know who they're dealing with, because people buy people. So when you figure that out and start using it in your marketing, that's when you can really stand out. In Ireland, they have the lotto, so I assume they have the lottery here as well. I think it's in 493 million is the next one, and I was like, okay, I might buy a ticket while I'm here. Our tagline is, it could be you. It's not it could be anybody, it could be somebody, it could be you. And you think, me? God, just maybe I should buy a ticket. When you use those types of words, when you really connect with people, that's when they feel they have a connection with you, and that's where you can stand out. When I'm working with clients, I always start with the end in mind. So before you start anything, learn how to finish it. People often say to me, well, should I be on Facebook? Should I be doing Instagram? Should I go into this expo? Should I be, in this paper? I always start with, how much money do you want to make at the end of the month? How many clients is that? Where are they? What do they look like? What do they want to hear? And then we'll talk about a marketing plan. And that kind of marketing plan can actually work and you actually know if it works. So many people say to me, oh, I don't know, I'm doing this, but I'm not too sure if it's working. Well, you never had a goal in the first place. If you don't know it's working, that's your problem. So it's really about figuring out what is the end goal, deciding what you're going to do, keeping on what's working every month, taking away what's not, and repeating that over and over. It doesn't have to be a massive business plan, marketing plan, spreadsheet. I could do it in a napkin for you. But when you think with the end in mind, that's where you think, okay, this is working or it's not. I'm making enough money. My bank balance will tell me how much this is, how many clients I need, and then you go everywhere with the goal. You go to networking meetings with the goal. So many people go to networking meetings not working, not networking. They go in, talk, leave, and forget about it. Whereas I go in with the goal of, right, I need 3 people's business cards, I need 2 clients out of that, so I need to talk to X amount of people. And then that's working, that's networking. So it's very, very different when you have the goal, the end goal in mind. Content-wise, I always say people don't want to buy a 1/4 inch drill, they want a 1/4 inch hole. What do you think I mean by that? Well, not me, Theodore here, what do you mean by that?
It's kind of about the benefit. Like, how are they going to get something from this, not the features of this is what we deliver.
Completely.
Yeah.
People don't care. You know, I have an attention span less than a goldfish. Who here watches YouTube videos?
Okay.
Yeah. Who here checks the time of that YouTube video? Nearly every time. Yeah. So I don't have 10 seconds to waste. I don't have 2 minutes to waste. These people are recording. Probably the people aren't even watching right now. So really, it's getting to that point at the very, very start. You need to get people within the first 10 seconds to really, really catch them. And that's where you need to talk to what they care about. So, you know, I don't care how my accountant does my taxes. I want to know he's going to, you know, save me tax and put more money in my back pocket. That's what we start with. I've seen so many pop-ups of, not anything bad about accountants, I hope there's not one here, financial advisors. They're very detail-oriented people, and they think they need every detail up there. Whereas actually, you know who's really good at it actually? Dave Ramsey and Rachel Cruz. I actually show it to my financial advisor people in Ireland, and I'm like, look at their website. They never say pensions, they never say financial advice. They say, do you want more money in your back pocket? Do you want less stress? All of that. That's something I can look at and go, yes, I want that, tell me more. Whenever I come into networking events, I don't say, they say, what do you do? I don't say marketing, PR, strategies, you know, business planning, blah, blah, blah. I say, I help you make more money and get more clients. Then they go, how? Tell me more. I need to talk to her. That's the outcome. I don't care how I do it. So when you can get your content like that, from a Facebook post to a pop-up to whatever, that's where you can really stand out and engage people. And I use a little thing called How Fab Are You? So you can take this one. So we turn features into advantages into benefits. So let's take someone here who would like some free advice right now. We'll take a victim, not a volunteer. What's your business?
Fitness and nutrition coaching.
Okay, great. So that's the feature. What's the advantage of me going to you?
The advantage is helping you achieve your health and fitness goals.
Okay, great. And what's the benefit of me achieving my health and fitness goals?
That we'd have to figure out your why. It could be you're just afraid to get intimate. It could be that you don't like how you look. You lack self-confidence.
I'm going to get a new boyfriend. Is that what you're saying?
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. There we go.
But you know what I'm saying? You start with that, whereas we often start with the features. We have to tell everybody everything we do rather than what they're going to get from it. So if you find that you're doing a leaflet or you're doing a video or you're doing whatever, look at this first and start with the bit. You can go to the features after, but you need to read them in the first 10 seconds or they're gone. This is the world we live in. Bang, 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 bang. So you need to get people interested. One of the last things I'll say about marketing is, why do we put our shoes on in the morning? No one ever knows the answer to that question.
To walk? I don't know.
To walk, yeah. Did you ever get to 5 o'clock, look down at your feet and go, oh my God, I forgot to put my shoes on?
It's inherent.
You don't even question it. It's like brushing your teeth. Marketing should be the same. Everyone leaves it to the last. It's like, you know, well, I didn't get around to it this week or I didn't get around to it today. Consistency is key. Poke, 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 poke. People have been watching me and my marketing for 3 months before they contact me, 6 months before they contact me. But if I wasn't consistent with it, they wouldn't contact me. They'd forget about me. If I'm forgetting about my marketing, my ideal client is forgetting about me. So it's something that has to consistently happen in your business, especially online. When you're out networking, you have that connection with people, you know, you're following up, you're doing that stuff. But online, I'm seeing you in a sea of other things. So it's 7 to 13 times before anyone will really pay attention to what you're doing. And sometimes we think we're annoying people, or why would we post again? They're not annoyed, they're screwing past until you finally catch their attention. Oh, that's right, I must contact her. Oh, that's right, I must contact her. And I'll leave you with this last thing. So I had this on my old website, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. There's so many people I had seen when I worked in the chamber who said, we'll put the same ad in the paper, we'll put a billboard up there that's the same, we'll do the same thing on Facebook that our competitors do. If you're following your competitor, where are you? Yeah. So you need to stand out. So I was working, I'll give you an example, that I was working with a company's furniture store in Ireland. Sorry, I just realised I'm probably speaking really fast and I have this accent, I'll go a bit slower. It's a furniture store in Ireland, and they wanted to put a billboard up. They had space for it, and that was great. And he said, we're going to put people on a couch smiling. And I said, no, we're not going to do that. Our competitor is right beside us. They have that billboard. We're not going to do that. We're quirky, we're different. Our theme is love where you live, and we have really quirky furniture, so let's do something quirky. So this is what we did. Are you sitting comfortably?
Cute.
Love where you live. That's what it looked like inside the road. Which one are you going to turn to someone and say, did I just see a dog on a couch? Which one are you going to really think about? Which one are you going to Google? Which one's going to stand out? And often we're scared to think outside the box. We're scared to do things like this because what if it doesn't work? I think it's scarier to do something boring, because that's definitely not going to work. So what are you going to do? Quick 10-minute presentation.
Very impressive.
That's how I work with people. That's what excites me, and that's what I help people stand out with. So hopefully you took something from that and you're inspired to go and do something. Thank you so much for having me, and apologies again about being an hour and a half.
I'm glad you made it.